Breaking news: the world's holding its breath tonight. King Harris, son of rap icon T.I. and reality star Tiny, is fighting for his life in the ICU. Doctors delivered the kind of words no family wants to hear. His life is hanging by a thread. Machines beep like a countdown, monitors flutter, and sources say King's brain was starved of oxygen for several minutes, leaving surgeons terrified he may never wake the same. But the nightmare reportedly goes deeper. Leaked medical files allegedly show disturbing marks on his body: bruises, burns, and traces of toxins. This wasn't just a prison scuffle. People are saying, this reads like torture. And if that wasn't chilling enough, a CCTV clip surfaced online showing two masked figures allegedly tampering with his life support in the ICU. If real, the question becomes, who wants King dead so badly even the hospital isn't safe? Tiny was seen collapsing in the corridor, screaming, "They're killing my son!" T.I., voice trembling, told reporters, "This isn't about King. This is about silencing my family. Someone powerful is behind this." Social media ignited. #PrayForKing trended worldwide, while whispers pointed at enemies from T.I.'s past, rival figures who might want blood. With doctors warning the next 12 hours could decide his fate, the nation asked the same gut-punching question: will King survive? Or are we watching the final chapter? Picture that ICU room, silence heavy as lead, machines the only heartbeat. King, barely moving, hooked to wires and tubes, a shadow of the vibrant kid the internet knew. Leaked internal notes allegedly reveal burns consistent with electric shocks, puncture marks like forced injections, and toxic agents in his bloodstream. This reads less like an accident and more like a calculated attempt to end his life. The family's pain is raw, the public's outrage is immediate. Tiny's collapse, T.I.'s warning, and that masked figure clip blew up timelines. Hospital security refused to comment publicly, but the clip's circulation sent people into a panic. Someone allegedly got into a locked ICU and messed with a patient's life support. Fans lit candles outside the hospital, churches held vigils, and millions prayed, while conspiracy threads spun across forums, naming rappers, executives, and shadowy rivals as possible culprits. Then the leaks escalated. A nurse's whisper, captured on a leaked audio, claimed doctors feared permanent brain damage. If the family knew what we were told, they would break. That sentence shattered millions. An anonymous prison guard allegedly said the block was cleared, orders came from way above. If true, that way above line sent the internet into full conspiracy mode. Who's powerful enough to order torture, sabotage a hospital, and stay untouchable? Outside the hospital, fans chanted and wailed. Inside, security tightened, guards at every door, staff questioned, but rumors say the family no longer trusts the facility. Insiders whisper of withheld files, withheld toxicology details, and doctors who hesitated to release everything. Why the blackout? What are they hiding? Those questions only fan the flames. Every leaked doc, every whispered source, and every shaky CCTV clip pushed the story from tragic to terrifying. People pointed fingers, demanded investigations, and called for federal oversight. Meanwhile, T.I.'s public plea, "They used my boy as the target," changed this from a private nightmare into a national story about power, revenge, and impunity. As the clock ticked toward the next 12-hour window, the world watched. Would King pull through and wake? Would investigators find who allegedly sabotaged him? Or would this end as yet another headline about a famous family's darkest hour? The heart monitor kept beeping. Fans kept refreshing feeds. Prayers turned into demands. This story isn't just about one boy in a hospital bed. It's about trust, in prisons, in hospitals, and in a system that can be manipulated. Tiny's voice cracking in the hallway, "He didn't deserve this," echoed worldwide. For now, the only thing certain is the uncertainty. The family clings to hope, and the public clings to answers. Stay tuned. I'll be following every verified update, every official statement, and every public document. Drop your thoughts below, keep the prayers going, and check back, because when details like these start leaking, the fallout rarely stays quiet. An insider dropped a chilling claim. Tiny privately accused hospital staff of being paid off to look the other way. Fans online now believe King's greatest danger isn't just his injuries, it's the possibility of another inside attack. And the heartbreak hit a peak when T.I. himself stepped outside the hospital, face broken, voice cracking, and told the world, "This isn't a medical fight anymore. This is a fight for justice. My son is the victim of a calculated hit." That moment exploded online. Cameras flashing, T.I.'s trembling voice turned into a roar, and within hours the clip became the most shared video of the night. Millions rallied behind the family, #PrayForKing trended worldwide, but the internet wasn't united. Half drowned the timeline in prayers. The other half spat venom, mocking the Harris family, calling it karma. Love on one side, cruelty on the other. And the divide only sharpened when the darkest leak yet hit the internet. Anonymous hackers dropped what they claimed was prison CCTV. The footage allegedly showed King dragged into a room, beaten, strapped down, and injected with unknown substances. Though unverified, the graphic video spread like wildfire. Viewers described it as unwatchable, yet millions clicked, horrified, unable to turn away. Tiny, upon hearing about it, reportedly collapsed in tears, screaming, "They tortured him like an animal. My son is not a criminal. He's a child." Her grief became the grief of an entire generation watching in disbelief. Outside, the crowd grew into thousands. Strangers knelt on sidewalks, crying, chanting King's name. Churches rang bells. Rap fans blasted his old clips, tears rolling down their faces. Atlanta felt like it was standing on the edge of mourning. Inside the ICU, doctors were blunt. If he makes it through tonight, it will be nothing short of divine. The city held its breath. The family prayed. But even if King survives, one question haunts the world. Will he ever return to the boy they once knew? At 3 a.m., the fight hit its most terrifying moment. King's monitor flatlined. Nurses rushed, pounding his chest, flooding his veins with life. 4:45 seconds, he was gone. The nation froze in silence. Then, a weak rhythm flickered back. A doctor muttered, "We are running out of time." Tiny screams shook the corridor. "Don't you dare give up on my son!" A TikTok clip of her throwing herself against ICU doors went viral, a raw portrait of a mother fighting not just death, but what many now believe is an organized attempt to erase her child. And then came a new leak that rocked the internet. A toxicology report allegedly revealed traces of K-47, a rare chemical tied to covert military interrogations. The claim, King was poisoned before the beating even began. This wasn't random. This was calculated destruction. Theories erupted. Was it prison gangs? Corrupt officers? Or a higher-level plot to break T.I. by breaking his son? Hashtags shifted overnight from #PrayForKing to #WhoOrderedThis. The chaos spilled into the streets. Protesters stormed hospital gates, demanding answers. Police clashed with crowds as chants of "We want justice" echoed through Atlanta. The city burned with fire and tears. Meanwhile, inside the ICU, King's brain activity spiked briefly, raising fragile hope. T.I. dropped to his knees, clutching his son's hand, whispering through tears, "Fight, son. Don't let them win." Cameras later caught him sobbing into Tiny's arms, his face shattered like the world had never seen. Then the most terrifying twist yet. A CCTV clip, allegedly from the hospital itself, appeared online. Two masked men, caught near the ICU, seemed to tamper with medical equipment before vanishing. Security denied the footage, but millions had already seen it. If true, it meant King wasn't safe even in the so-called safest place on Earth. People tweeted, "This isn't a tragedy. This is an assassination in slow motion." Whispers inside the hospital added fuel. A nurse claimed she overheard administrators say, "We can't protect him if the order comes again. This family doesn't know who they're up against." The implication was horrifying, that even the hospital might be powerless. Meanwhile, public opinion grew vicious. Some fans poured out prayers. Others cruelly called it karma. The Harris family was battling not just death, but judgment from the entire world. And then T.I. returned to the cameras. Eyes red, voice breaking, he declared, "If my son dies, his blood is not just on the men who touched him. It's on every powerful name that gave the order. And I promise you, their day will come." Outside, chants of "Justice for King" roared like thunder. Atlanta felt apocalyptic. Police shields clashed with protesters. Tears mixed with fire. Social media exploded in real time. The cliffhanger came before noon. King's vitals plummeted again. Staff rushed in, shouting, family shoved back. Tiny fainted in the hallway. T.I. slammed his fist against the wall, screaming. For 3 terrifying minutes, silence reigned. Finally, a doctor emerged, pale and sweating. His words froze the world. "We don't know if he's going to make it through the day." This is where the story reaches its breaking point. King Harris, once the rebellious, loud, laughing boy we all watched grow up, is now a shadow, clinging to life by a thread. His family shattered. T.I. drowning in regret. Tiny praying through tears. His siblings begging God for just one more chance. And the world asking the same question: how did it come to this? This is no longer just a health crisis. This is betrayal. This is conspiracy. This is a war between fame, family, and power. The whispers, the leaks, the footage, the files, all of it paints a chilling picture. And tonight, King Harris's heartbeat is the only thing standing between hope and tragedy. Oh, don't scroll past. Don't go silent. Drop your prayers in the comments. Share this video. Spread the word. Because this is more than a headline. It's a cry for justice. And right now, King Harris needs every single one of us.